History's worst era for a time travel adventure. Imagine stepping into a time machine and hurtling back 150 million years, only to land in an era where colossal dinosaurs dominate the land, the seas teem with monstrous predators, and the sky rains ash from relentless volcanic eruptions. Welcome to the Late Jurassic, history's worst era for a time travel adventure. In this video, we'll dive deep into this perilous period, exploring the dangers lurking in every corner of this prehistoric world. From the ferocious T-Rex and the swift Velociraptor to the massive pliosaurs patrolling the oceans and the mega-volcanoes reshaping the land, get ready for a thrilling yet terrifying journey into the past. Buckle up, because this is one adventure where survival is anything but guaranteed. The Late Jurassic period, spanning roughly 150 to 145 million years ago, is often heralded as the golden age of dinosaurs, particularly due to the rise of formidable theropods and colossal sauropods. If you were to travel back in time to this era, you would find yourself in a world where dinosaurs were the undisputed rulers, and their sheer variety and size made it one of the most dangerous times in Earth's history. Theropods, the bipedal carnivores, were among the most terrifying creatures of the late Jurassic. Dominating this group was Allosaurus, a predator often dubbed the Lion of the Jurassic due to its prevalence and fearsome nature. Allosaurus was a large theropod, averaging around 8.5 meters, 28 feet in length, and weighing about 1.7 tons. Its skull was equipped with dozens of sharp teeth, each capable of inflicting devastating wounds. The structure of its skull and jaws suggests that it used a slashing bite to tear into the flesh of its prey. Some paleontologists speculate that Allosaurus may have hunted in packs, adding to its effectiveness as a predator. Even more intimidating was the Saurophaganax, a genus within the same family as Allosaurus, but significantly larger. With lengths reaching up to 12 meters, 40 feet, and weights around 5 tons, Saurophaganax was a true giant. Its sheer size and power made it a top predator, capable of taking down large sauropods, which were the primary herbivores of the time. Other notable theropods included Torvosaurus and Ceratosaurus. Torvosaurus was a robust predator, growing up to 10 meters, 33 feet in length and weighing around 4 tons. It possessed powerful jaws and teeth that were adapted for gripping and tearing flesh. Ceratosaurus, while smaller at about 6 meters, 20 feet in length, was no less dangerous. It had a distinctive horn on its snout and a powerful bite, making it a formidable predator in its own right. Herbivores. While theropods ruled the carnivorous niche, the herbivorous dinosaurs of the late Jurassic were equally impressive. The most iconic of these were the sauropods, whose massive sizes provided a natural defense against predators. Among the most famous sauropods were Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, and Apatosaurus. Brachiosaurus was one of the largest and most distinctive sauropods, easily recognized by its long neck and forelimbs, which were longer than its hind limbs. This unique body structure allowed it to reach vegetation high up in trees, giving it access to food sources that other herbivores couldn't reach. Brachiosaurus could grow up to 25 meters, 82 feet, in length and weigh as much as 56 tons. Diplodocus, another well-known sauropod, was slightly smaller but still impressive, with lengths reaching up to 30 meters, 98 feet. It had a long, whip-like tail that could be used for defense, as well as a long neck that allowed it to feed on a wide range of vegetation. Apatosaurus, often incorrectly referred to as Brontosaurus, was similar in size to Diplodocus and equally formidable. Stegosaurus was another significant herbivore of the late Jurassic. While not as large as the sauropods, it was well defended with its distinctive plates and spikes. Stegosaurus could grow up to 9 meters, 30 feet, in length and weighed around 5.5 tons. Its most notable features were the large bony plates along its back and the tail spikes known as the thagomizer, which could be used to fend off predators. Diversity and adaptations. It was a result of millions of years of evolution and adaptation. Each species had unique features that helped it survive in a world filled with both opportunities and threats. The evolutionary arms race between predators and prey led to increasingly sophisticated adaptations, from the powerful jaws and claws of theropods to the defensive armour and massive sizes of herbivores. This period also saw the development of social behaviours in some dinosaur species. Evidence suggests that some theropods may have hunted in packs, while certain herbivores, like sauropods, may have moved in herds to protect themselves from predators. These social behaviours would have provided significant survival advantages, highlighting the complex and dynamic nature of dinosaur ecosystems during the Late Jurassic. Challenges for a time traveller. For a modern human, navigating the Late Jurassic would be an extraordinary challenge. The presence of large, aggressive predators would make survival extremely difficult. Theropods like Allosaurus and Saurophaganax were not only powerful but also highly effective hunters, capable of bringing down prey much larger than themselves. Avoiding these predators would require constant vigilance and an intimate knowledge of the terrain and dinosaur behaviour. Even the herbivores posed significant risks. The massive sizes of sauropods meant that an accidental encounter could be fatal, while the defensive adaptations of dinosaurs like Stegosaurus could pose threats to any perceived intruders. Additionally, the sheer scale of these animals would make hiding and evasion particularly challenging for a time traveller. The Jurassic period was characterized by significant geological and climatic conditions that further complicated the already perilous environment. The Earth's continents were in a very different configuration from today, with vast supercontinents and unique oceanic conditions that created a challenging landscape for survival. Continental configuration. The world was dominated by two supercontinents, Laurasia in the north and Gondwana in the south. These massive landmasses were in the process of breaking apart, leading to the formation of the modern continents we recognize today. North America, while somewhat resembling its current shape, was still significantly different, with vast inland seas and a more tropical climate. Gondwana was an enormous landmass composed of what we now know as South America, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, the Indian subcontinent, and the Arabian Peninsula. Covering almost 1/6 of the Earth's surface, Gondwana was a colossal supercontinent that harboured diverse ecosystems ranging from arid deserts to lush forests. Laurasia, the northern counterpart, included present-day Europe, Greenland, and parts of Asia. It was characterised by a more fragmented geography, with numerous inland seas and archipelagos. Europe, in particular, was a patchwork of islands rather than a single contiguous landmass. This fragmented landscape resulted in isolated habitats that allowed unique species to evolve. Oceans and seas. The oceanic configuration of the Late Jurassic was dominated by two major bodies of water, the Pacific Ocean and the Tethys Ocean. The Tethys Ocean, an ancient sea that had existed for over 100 million years, covered much of the eastern hemisphere and was characterized by its warm, shallow waters. Significant tectonic activity during this period led to the uplift of seabeds, resulting in higher sea levels that submerged large parts of Laurasia. The Pacific Ocean was the dominant oceanic body in the Western Hemisphere, covering a vast expanse of the Earth's surface. Despite its youth compared to the Tethys Ocean, the Pacific was already a major geological feature, and its size would continue to grow as tectonic plates shifted and continents drifted apart. Another emerging body of water during the Late Jurassic was the nascent Atlantic Ocean. At this time, it was more of a narrow sea than the vast ocean we know today, bordered by the separating continents of North America and Africa. The Atlantic's waters were remarkably warmer than present-day conditions, contributing to the overall higher global temperatures. Climate conditions. The climate of the late Jurassic was significantly warmer than today's climate, with average global temperatures around 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, nearly 15% higher than current averages. This warmth was driven by intense volcanic activity, which released vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, creating a greenhouse effect. The heightened tectonic activity also contributed to this warming, as undersea volcanoes and rift systems continuously spewed lava and gases. This warm climate resulted in diverse and often harsh environmental conditions. Deserts and savannas were widespread, particularly in the interiors of the supercontinents where moisture was scarce. These dry biomes experienced severe droughts that could last for extended periods, making them particularly challenging for life. Near the equator, the environment was more tropical, with dense rainforests and lush vegetation. North Africa, for example, was covered by extensive tropical forests that supported a wide variety of plant and animal life. These regions were more hospitable compared to the arid interiors, but still posed challenges such as intense competition for resources and the presence of numerous predators. Surprisingly, the polar regions during the late Jurassic were temperate rather than frozen wastelands. These areas resembled modern-day Central Europe, with moderate temperatures and abundant life. The absence of ice caps and glaciers meant that these regions supported diverse ecosystems, with plant life and animals thriving in the milder conditions. While the land during the late Jurassic was dominated by colossal dinosaurs and challenging climates, the seas and oceans of this era were equally treacherous, inhabited by fearsome marine reptiles and other formidable creatures. The marine environment was far from a safe haven, as the waters teemed with predators that would make the bravest time traveller think twice about taking a swim. Masters of the seas. Pliosaurs were among the most prominent marine reptiles of the late Jurassic. These creatures are often recognised by their distinct body shapes, featuring broad, flat bodies, short tails and large flippers. They were incredibly diverse, with two primary groups dominating the marine ecosystems: the long-necked plesiosaurs and the short-necked pliosaurs. Long-necked plesiosaurs, such as Elasmosaurus, were characterized by their elongated necks, which could contain up to 75 vertebrae. These necks allowed them to strike at prey from a distance, often surprising fish and other small marine creatures. Despite their seemingly ungainly appearance, long-necked plesiosaurs were agile swimmers, using their powerful flippers to navigate through the water with ease. On the other hand, pliosaurs, like Pliosaurus and Liopleurodon, were built for power and speed. These marine reptiles had shorter necks and massive heads equipped with large conical teeth, perfect for gripping and tearing flesh. Pliosaurus, one of the largest known pliosaurs, could grow up to 10 metres, 33 feet, in length and weigh around 5 tons. It was an apex predator capable of taking down large prey, including other marine reptiles. Its size and strength made it the undisputed ruler of the Jurassic seas. Streamlined predators. Ichthyosaurs were another group of marine reptiles that thrived during the late Jurassic. These creatures bore a striking resemblance to modern dolphins and were well adapted to a life of active pursuit predation. Ichthyosaurs had streamlined bodies, long snouts filled with sharp teeth, and large eyes that provided excellent vision in the dimly lit underwater environment. One of the most well-known ichthyosaurs from this period was Ophthalmosaurus, which had some of the largest eyes relative to body size of any vertebrate, allowing it to see in low-light conditions. These adaptations made it a proficient hunter, capable of diving to significant depths to catch squid and fish. Ichthyosaurs could grow up to 7 metres, 23 feet, in length, making them formidable predators in their own right, although not as large as some of their Triassic ancestors. Marine crocodiles. The seas of the late Jurassic were also home to a group of marine reptiles known as thalattosuchians, often referred to as marine crocodiles. Despite not being true crocodiles, these creatures were closely related and shared many similarities in appearance and behavior. Thalattosuchians had elongated bodies, with some species developing flippers instead of legs, allowing them to move through the water more efficiently. Dacosaurus and Mashumosaurus were two notable thalattosuchians from this period. Dacosaurus was a robust predator with a powerful bite, equipped with serrated teeth ideal for slicing through flesh. It could grow up to 5 meters, 16 feet in length, and was likely an apex predator in its environment. Macumosaurus, on the other hand, was even larger, reaching lengths of up to 10 meters, 33 feet. It had a broad snout and crushing teeth, suggesting it might have preyed on hard-shelled animals like turtles and ammonites, as well as other marine reptiles. Sharks and other marine life. Sharks were also present in the late Jurassic seas, although they were not as dominant as the marine reptiles. However, they still played a significant role in the marine ecosystem. Jurassic sharks, such as Hybodus, were smaller than modern great white sharks, but were still effective predators, with a variety of teeth adapted for different types of prey, including fish and invertebrates. Hazards of the Jurassic seas. The marine environment of the late Jurassic was fraught with hazards for any potential time traveller. The presence of numerous apex predators, such as pliosaurs and thalattosuchians, meant that the seas were a constant battleground for survival. These predators were highly adapted to their aquatic habitats, making them efficient hunters capable of ambushing or chasing down their prey with remarkable speed and agility. For a time traveller, navigating these waters would be incredibly dangerous. The visibility in the seas would often be limited, especially in deeper waters, increasing the risk of unexpected encounters with predators. The size and strength of these marine reptiles would make any attempt at defense futile, and their predatory instincts would make them relentless in their pursuit of prey. In addition to the dangers posed by the diverse and powerful fauna of the late Jurassic, the period was also marked by significant geological upheaval. The era was characterized by intense volcanic activity and tectonic shifts that shaped the landscape in dramatic and often destructive ways. Volcanic activity. It was a time of heightened volcanic activity, with numerous mega-volcanoes spewing vast amounts of lava and ash into the atmosphere. These eruptions were driven by the movement of tectonic plates, which were in the process of breaking apart the supercontinents of Laurasia and Gondwana. One of the most significant volcanic events of this period was the formation of the Central Atlantic Magmatic Province, CAMP, which occurred slightly earlier but had lasting impacts into the Jurassic. This massive volcanic province spanned parts of what are now North America, South America, Europe, and Africa. The eruptions released vast quantities of lava, covering millions of square kilometres, and injected significant amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to the already warm climate of the Jurassic. Volcanic eruptions during this time could have devastating effects on local and global environments. The release of ash and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere could lead to short-term climate cooling and acid rain, which would have had significant impacts on both terrestrial and marine ecosystems. These eruptions could also trigger wildfires, destroy habitats, and cause mass extinctions of local flora and fauna. Tectonic shifts. It was also a period of significant tectonic activity. The supercontinents of Laurasia and Gondwana were in the process of breaking apart, driven by the movement of tectonic plates. This tectonic activity created rift valleys, mountain ranges, and new ocean basins, dramatically altering the Earth's surface. The rifting of Gondwana, for example, began the process of separating South America from Africa, leading to the eventual formation of the South Atlantic Ocean. Similarly, the separation of Laurasia led to the creation of the North Atlantic Ocean. These tectonic shifts caused significant geological instability, with frequent earthquakes and the creation of new landforms. The movement of tectonic plates also led to the formation of extensive mountain ranges. In North America, the uplift of the Rocky Mountains began during this period, a process that would continue into the Cretaceous. These newly formed mountains created diverse habitats and microclimates, contributing to the rich biodiversity of the Late Jurassic. Impact on climate and environment. The combination of volcanic activity and tectonic shifts had profound impacts on the climate and environment of the Late Jurassic. The release of greenhouse gases from volcanic eruptions contributed to the overall warm climate of the period, creating conditions that supported the lush vegetation and diverse ecosystems seen in the fossil record. However, these geological processes also led to significant environmental stress. The formation of rift valleys and new ocean basins disrupted existing ecosystems and created new challenges for the organisms living during this time. The frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions would have made certain regions particularly hazardous, with the constant threat of natural disasters. If you enjoyed this dive into the Late Jurassic's dangers, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more thrilling explorations of Earth's past, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. What era should we explore next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and stay tuned for more fascinating time travel tales. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.